Our sign language interpreter tonight is Sandra Rose. Let's begin this edition of KTN Prime here in Nairobi, where a report by the Auditor General Nancy Gathungu on the procurement scandal at the Kenya Medical Supplies Authority KEMSA has revealed that 2.3 billion shillings was lost in procuring COVID-19 medical supplies. The money is said to have been awarded to suspect tender companies and other monies diverted to do things not budgeted for. KTN's Brian Obuya headlines tonight's broadcast.
The findings by the Office of the Auditor General into suspected theft at the Kenya Medical Supplies Authority KEMSA are out. After a 3-month probe, the Auditor General has confirmed that indeed money has been lost at KEMSA. Not little money, but up to about 2.3 billion shillings.
Prices as compared to the current market pricing, implying that KEMSA may realize a loss of 2.3 billion if the products are to be sold at the current market price.
KEMSA overprocured items worth some 6.3 billion, items which are still lying idle in its stores as dead stock. The Office of the Auditor General notes that should KEMSA sell the items at the current market price, the authority will only recover 4 billion and see a loss of some 2.3 billion shillings. But how exactly was the theft and plunder at KEMSA plotted and executed?
The procurement process was not initiated based on needs assessment and planning, resulting in over-procurement of COVID-19 related stock worth Kenya shillings 6.3 billion that is still being held at KEMSA warehouses.
Senators now want the laws amended to disband KEMSA board and the officials involved arrested and prosecuted.
There was a lot of enticement to the board and the management for them to engage with these contractors for possible kickbacks.
And then there is the issue of companies that the Auditor General's report outlines as proxies that may have been used to regularly take hundreds of millions from the government. Nancy Gathungu says 3 companies, NanoPay, Shop and Buy Limited and Kilig, did not qualify for the tenders. All the 3 companies were registered between January and February, only to be awarded tenders from March of 2020.
And those companies are known. You register it in January 22nd, and by March, COVID hits. By April, you have a tender. I mean, these people know.
Shop and Buy Limited was registered on the 14th day of February 2020, contracted to supply face masks and PPEs worth some 900 million. Kilig Limited, registered on the 22nd of January 2020, was to supply PPEs at a cost of 9 million. NanoPay Limited, registered in August of 2019, was also to supply face masks at a price of 349 million shillings.
Nothing stops Parliament in passing a motion that forces those suppliers to go back to KEMSA and collect those items. We will not allow the government to lose money.
But no one wants to mention who owns these companies that walked away with tenders worth hundreds of millions of shillings. As part of the Auditor General's recommendations, she wants further investigations to be conducted by EACC and DCI. Senators want more than that. In the face of a pandemic, all eyes are on KEMSA, the DCI, EACC, and the DPP to see who is going to blink first. Brian Obuya, KTN News.
Definitely a story we'll be following up on.